Sekali lagi selamat siang semuanya. Boleh dengar Binusian? Mana suaranya? Yang haus poin SAT, mana suaranya? Luar biasa sekali. Okay, my name is Binusian and welcome to Studium Generale Fonterra Chapter. Aplaus bagi kita semua. Firstly, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Achyut Kasireddy, as President Director of Fonterra Brands Indonesia. It is an honor to have you here today. And of course, thank you for all participants of Studium Generale in this building, of course, and participants via online streaming from webinar. This event is organized as a media that provides great experience from leader of leading companies. Through these events, we hope that all Venusians could gain knowledge and motivation for self-development. So for our convenience, please turn your cell phone into silent or vibrate mode. Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, we are now going to enter the main session today. In this chapter, we have Fonterra Brands Indonesia. Fonterra is dairy cooperative that became the leader of Indonesian food service industry. In 2014, Fonterra supplied 41 million packs of dairy products to Indonesia. Fonterra products are Unlim, Enmam, Bonito, and Anchor. Do you guys know? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And today we have the President Director as our speaker today. Mr. Achyut has a strong background in strategy and fast-moving consumer goods. Before moving to Indonesia, Mr. Achyut led Fonterra Commercial Trading as Vice President, a role which saw him launch new brands, develop strategic partnership, of course. He also led Fonterra's branded business in Sri Lanka and South Asia as the General Manager for 5 years. And now, he is the President Director of Fonterra Brands Indonesia. The point is, we will listen to awesome experience from really good person. So please welcome Mr. Achyut Kasireddy.
Thank you. Good afternoon. First of all, apologies, I won't be able to speak in Indonesian because I've been here only for probably less than 8 months. But before I complete my assignment and move on, and I guarantee you I'll pick up some language, at least some part of it, if not very fluent. Really glad to be here today and seeing all the energetic faces here. It actually reminds me of my own college days. But I have to say that was long back and many years back and few decades back. And I don't want to be thinking about it because it only makes you feel you're old now. But at the same time, I've had a couple of opportunities to be a student in the past. And the last one was sometime around 2011, where I had the opportunity of spending some time at the Wharton Business School in the United States. So it's always energetic to be back in school because you are in an environment where you are reflecting, you are learning, you are understanding what is happening, and you are also picking up new knowledge that helps you grow as an individual. And to give you a little bit of a context of what I would like to do today, I would say my presentation today would be basically 3 parts. The first part, I would like to talk about our organization, which is Fonterra, the organization that I'm representing. The second part is going to be talking about one of the examples from our portfolio, a brand that we built with a compelling consumer insight. And what I would like to do through that is to talk about how do you build brands and take you through that journey of what needs to be done while building brands. And of course, the third part is going to be there is some time for us or for me to answer any questions that you have. So first of all, a brief introduction about myself. And my background was read out, so I'm not going to go into the details. But what I would like to talk about is my passion is all about building brands. And all my experience has been around building brands and inspiring teams to be winners. And through building brands, we build businesses. We create value, and through that value, we build businesses. And I'm really passionate about that, and I've had the opportunity of doing it across multiple geographies and working with multiple teams. So that is what I would like to share with you today. So first, let me start off with talking about the organization that I represent, which is Fonterra. Before coming for this session, how many of you have been aware of Fonterra? Can I have your hands going up? Okay, I see only 2 or 3 hands going up. How many of you are aware of Anlene brand before coming to this session? Okay, I see reasonably large number of people putting up their hands, and that's a good indication of what we stand for. Though the organization is called Fonterra, we are well known through our brands and not so much about the corporate. Fonterra is a unique organization. In fact, why I say unique organization is Fonterra comes from New Zealand. And how many of you had the opportunity of visiting New Zealand? Has anyone been to New Zealand? How many of you are planning to visit New Zealand? I think no harm in putting up your hand. All of you can plan to visit New Zealand. So New Zealand is one of the small countries, tucked in the bottom of the world. And in fact, this is a country with just about 4 million people, probably 1/5 of what Jakarta population is. And that's a country where in fact they have more cows than people. So they produce a lot of milk. And in fact, New Zealand is where Fonterra's home is. And this company is owned by 10,500 dairy farmers who have come together over generations to build this company. And Fonterra means fountain from earth. That means it's all about nature, and that is what a milk is all about. And New Zealand as a country is well placed for farming because of its green, lush vegetation and a heavy rainfall, and of course a pristine climate and weather which enables high quality milk to be produced. And let me take you through a video which gives you an idea, because many of you have not been to New Zealand. Now I'm going to take you to New Zealand to show what New Zealand, a bit of New Zealand looks, but more about what Fonterra is.
In this remote land, surrounded by water, blanketed by rain, tempered by a gentle climate, the first European settlers began farming New Zealand over 2 centuries ago. Their distance from other farming nations meant they had to be resourceful and inventive, sharing their innovations and learn know-how with each other. This unique collaboration in this remarkable land led to the production of some of the best quality milk and butter ever tasted. The ambitions of these farmers grew, from providing for their own families and communities to providing for the world. Dairy became a way of life. Passed down through generations, the unique ingenuity and collective spirit these New Zealand farmers shared would eventually create a cooperative owned and run by 10,500 farming families. They named this cooperative Fonterra, from the Latin expression meaning spring from the land. Today, you'll find the spirit of these farmers in all 20,000 people who work for Fonterra around the globe. A spirit behind the commitment we all have to bring dairy to life for life. It's this spirit that guides the way we care for the animals, communities and waterways that help us produce our dairy. And the way we protect the land we've inherited from our forefathers and will leave to the next generation. You'll see it in the way we use our expertise and ingenuity to develop world-leading dairy processes that enable us to produce the highest quality and safest dairy products possible. And you'll find this spirit is what drives our relentless pursuit of new ways to harness and share the nutritional benefits of dairy. We're already the largest exporter of dairy in the world. We make some of the world's most loved dairy brands and supply ingredients to many global food manufacturers. But we'd like to do more. We want to be the most trusted source of dairy in the world. So we'll continue to work hard to enhance the lives of even more people by doing all we can to share the pure goodness that our dairy has to offer. We will do things tomorrow that we can only dream of today. We are Fonterra, and this is Dairy for Life.